Hey everybody, welcome to the Ask Zaf video series. Hashtag. The goal here is to, on a monthly basis, answer 5 questions on Twitter in a video format. It could be about Street Fighter, myself, competing, mindset, all that jazz. Okay, so question numero uno. How to refrain from autopilot. Also, if you lose track of what the opponent is doing, ways to get back in the game. For me personally, I ask myself, well, when do I autopilot? Because when you don't want to do something, you have to notice when you are doing it, so that way you know how to get out of that mindset. Identify where you autopilot, and what typically triggers it. So is it a certain knockdown? Is it a certain success? A certain type of failure? Maybe it's one of those things. Maybe it's other elements too. It could be a character matchup, right? It could be a certain spacing or positioning on the screen. There's a bunch of variables that go into this. So what you got to do is you rewatch your matches, all right? So that way you can pinpoint exactly what's happening. So when you do see these moments that are consistent, like these themes of autopilot, then what you want to do is replace the behavior. So how do you do that? Well, ask yourself, what do you want to do? You start from there. If you lose track of what the opponent is doing, it's as simple as just remembering what you're trying to do. Second question, how do you deal with an opponent that has that random element? Do you try and force control of the neutral, or do you try to be first so you don't have to react to the random? Reactionary play or proactive play? Well, personally, I try not to call anything random. Even mathematically speaking, nothing is truly random. Even like computers have patterns when they try to be random. When people play, they play with the interpretation of how they're going to win. All right. So if being random is an interpretation of how they're going to win, then there's a theme, right? So me personally, if I don't understand what somebody's doing, it depends on the matchup. If my character naturally has advantage, then I'm going to just exercise my advantage. There's no point of me sitting there and watching him go crazy, ape shit in the corner, right? If it's a matchup where that kind of random play somewhat takes initiative naturally, then what I try to do is see where in their strategy there are holes, right? Like what risks are they taking that I can capitalize on and turn into a potential knockdown? Because typically knockdowns make people chill the fuck out for a little bit. So ideally, that's what I look for, all right? I try to play proactive at all times because I'm in control of myself a lot more than I could be in control of somebody else, right? But if there are ways where I can play reactionary and minimize my risk, then that's totally fine too. All right, question number 3. Hello, Zaf. I play Sagat too. Any tips on the boxer matchup? Against Balrog, I would high shot. High shot is very strong against Balrog because heavy high shot is the fastest fireball that he can throw non-EX. If you alter the distance and you move a little bit closer and throw high shots, they'll try to V-skill, but they get hit. And those counter hits for the fireball, they add up. I try to do that, try to use Tiger Knees, just to kind of, not condition, because you can't rely on Tiger Knees entirely, but I put it out there to make the opponent consider it as an option. So that way they can't just blindly retaliate with dash punches and stuff like that, all right? So if I were to focus on taking away something, I would naturally take away the V-skill, at least the confidence of the V-skill, and then that's going to open up the rest of your game. The walk-ups, you know, the fireballs, the Tiger Knees, and stuff like that. Empty jumping against Balrog is pretty strong, too. If you empty jump his stand medium punch, and you can land and punish with, like, stand roundhouse, DP. It's pretty beefy punish. Don't be afraid to also use Crouching Fierce. That button is amazing this season. Question number 4. How do you approach every match? What advice would you give someone afraid of losing? For any matchup that I'm playing Sagat, any character, I'll make this general. Any character, you want to understand, how does your character naturally win? If you look at their toolset, what's the one thing that stands out, right? So for me, Sagat, it's obviously Fireball. So I have to ask myself immediately, do they have access to an anti-Fireball move? The way I would play Rashid is going to be very different from how I play a character like Zangief, because Rashid can V-skill underneath. Doesn't mean I can't throw Fireball, I just have to throw Fireball in a different way. So if you look at a matchup and there's a certain aspect of your toolset that gets nullified, just ask yourself, is there another way to use it? Because you don't want to get rid of tools, because it makes it easier to deal with you and easier to figure you out, right? In this game, it's really important to be able to have the confidence to execute on your strategy. And in order to execute, it's one of the things that I like to do is make my opponent hesitate, right? So if my opponent hesitates, that gives me an advantage of speed and decisiveness. If you're afraid to lose, that's just like an ego thing. You're just putting too much value into a result. You know, like enjoy the journey, play the match, and just focus on learning, because if you focus on learning, winning is a byproduct of learning. So if you just keep learning and keep getting better, wins will just automatically start to pile up. Question number 5. How do you mitigate the need to take a fat heckin' piss during a match? In any given gamer session, I drink anywhere from 5 to 8 liters of warm Sunny D per hour and find myself in the whiz zone during heated moments. Push-ups. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Any recommendations? If you want it to be more frequent, I don't know. I just want to hear what you guys have to say. Feedback is good. Yes, you guys. Peace.